Hey y'all, today we are going to work on making a Easter wreath using all Dollar Tree products. So we've got our Dollar Tree wreath frame, got these cute little Easter egg, 6 rolls of mesh, and then I've got 6 rolls of ribbon, the Easter ribbon. Let's see, I've got like 4, I think. So maybe I've got 8 rolls. So I've got 4 different designs. And then you're going to need some pipe cleaner and zip ties. Also, we've got some of the mesh tubing. This also came from Dollar Tree, but I bought it online. So I don't know if you'll find it in your store, but check online and I will have the link where you can purchase this stuff online if you want to do that. Okay, so let's get started. I hope this is a good view for y'all. Let me zoom in on the frame. Okay, so here's our frame. What we're going to do is we are going to use 1 roll of this mesh per section. So we have 6 sections here on this frame, and you're going to use just 1 roll per section. Okay, what I like to do is go ahead and unroll this because it tangles onto everything and it's so aggravating. This is the rough part, so let's use that at the back. We'll go ahead. There's a bar right here. We're going to use that bar on each section. And you may hear my little dog, so bear with it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's see, in each section, and let me make sure y'all can see this. We're going to take our mesh, we're going to make a poof right here. The goal is to try to keep your poofs about the same length. So we're going to go here, and this is how I do my burlap wreath too, guys. Here, and then we're going to come in. You're going to skip the middle. The middle I always do last. So I'm either doing the inner and outer, or it don't matter how you do it, but the middle is always last. So there's 2. Then we'll come into that middle. Okay. And just make sure you keep it the same length. If you want your poofs bigger, you can make them bigger. Alright, since we started on the outside, let's continue it that way. Just keep going until we have used the whole row. It don't matter how many loops or whatever. You just want to use the whole row. I mean the whole roll per row. Alright, let's see. Kind of measuring how much I've got here. I think I'm going to make this the end of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over. We're going to tie our zip tie onto that middle bar right there. Then we'll stick this piece through. And then we'll go ahead and we'll open our next one. Unroll it. Put that through the zip tie. And then pick up where we left off. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and finish this part of the wreath. When we come back, we'll start adding, or we'll make a bow. I'll show you how to make the bow, and then we'll just go from there. Okay? Alright, y'all, we've got the wreath ready. Let's go ahead and get some bows made. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, I just love it. So full. Okay. So, I'm going to use the Easy Bow Maker. Just because, I mean, I've got my Pro Bow, but this one is just easier for me to whip out and get a bow together quickly. Okay. So what I've done is I've already created 2 bows. We're going to have 3 bows on this wreath. I've already created 2 that are the exact same to save time. So what I'm going to do is my 3rd one will be different. So it's going to be, meaning the patterns aren't going to be the same. I'll break it up some. So let's see, we use this one on the bottom. Let's go with this one on the bottom. I absolutely love their ribbon this year. The only thing with Dollar Tree ribbon, why am I opening it? Look how pretty that is. It's even a decent quality, but you're just not going to get much. So that's the only negative thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make our tail. We want it to come out this way, to come up. Flip that around. There, I don't know if I'm going to have enough in this roll. They're about almost to the 6th twist as you go down. Yeah, I will. Okay, and then make our second tail. And let that come out this way. I'll cut that. Alright, so that one's on the bottom. Let's see. I'm trying to break this up. Let's use this one on top of that one. This one will come out this side, okay? It's at the bottom. We're going to bring it in just a little. Twist it. Even if it don't have a design on it, I still twist it. Alright, bring that in just a tad and bring that up. Alright, let's see. I'll bring this one. It's going to come up the same way as the other one. These are all 2.5 inch ribbons, but you can still bring it in just a little. you can still use them, and you make beautiful bows with them. So I like to mix it up with the 1.5 inch. That's the only thing about Dollar Tree. They do not sell 1.5 inch ribbon for whatever reason. Okay. So what we did on that side, we're going to do the opposite here. So this is the 4th ribbon. I make 6 bows, loops, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Pull that out this way. Look how pretty this is. It's got the glitter on it. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's so pretty. And it's not that ribbon that you're used to from Dollar Tree. I'm very pleased with their ribbon this year. Look at that. It's so pretty. Okay. Anyway. So that's 4. We're going to come back in with this one now. Let's see, we did this, so we're going to go here. This is going to be our middle bow on the wreath. Blue. This is my favorite one. Okay. And all we're doing is we just bring each tail or loop in just a little. If you need to measure it, you can. But y'all, I mean, don't overthink it. Overthinking it is the worst thing you can. Lord, here I go talking about don't overthink it some. Oh boy. Okay. Let's put in our pipe cleaner. So I go ahead and just stick that on top. And then we're going to raise this up. Hold the middle. Wrap this around to the bottom. Give it a good pull and twist it. Alright, now I will bring out the box here for the photo. Take the table down while I'm at it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this the fluff box. That's what they call it. Let's go ahead and get this pretty in shape. All right. Alright, what I'm going to do is cut some of this off because I may could use this somewhere. Cut that off. this a little bit shorter. Okay. So that looks good. Let's kind of put that. This one is not wanting to lay down right, y'all. Okay. All right, so the bows are ready. And now we can bring our wreath over. Let me zoom out. I think I've got enough. I think we got enough viewing room here. Let's clean up a little. All right, so what we need to do is kind of position our wreath and decide. Now I'm going to take this part off. Just be careful not to break the egg, because I don't need that. Y'all, I have stabbed myself with these things before. But I think it's got glue on it. I don't think, there it goes. It's glue. So they didn't staple it in. Oh, yes, they did. Okay. I'm going to take that off too, just because I don't like the way it looks. All right, so we're going to kind of place our egg maybe right there. Okay, so this is our middle bow. I'm going to kind of just see where we want to place everything. I may have made these bows a little bit too big. Let's see. You know, us Southern people like big bows, right? Let's see here. Okay. So I'm looking over it and I kind of like the way everything's placed. I'm going to go ahead and start putting it in. Now the reason that I do this first is because I don't have to use as much product. The ribbon tails and everything that I'm going to add in here, I won't have to use as much because these bows are going to take the room. So I've got these pipe cleaners and I'm going to, what I'm doing is I am filling my way back here. And I'm going to loop it around the bars. Okay. And I'm going to bring it in the back. You don't want it too tight because you don't want it to look like the wreath's eating it. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to just kind of measure it and go up. So there. Like that. Then we'll take this middle one. Now what I'm going to do, so this is kind of thick. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to go ahead and place this. What I thought about doing with this, I don't know how it'll do, but I thought about making, doing like Happy Easter and putting vinyl on here. So if you have a Cricut machine, you could do that. The only thing is when you go stick into glitter, I don't know, it just don't do as well. So I'm not going to fool with it tonight. Okay, I'm going to want that to kind of sit right up under that. I like that. All right, so let's get a pipe cleaner. We're going to probably need some, I don't know, I've got some cardboard somewhere to kind of build this up so the staple don't go through. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, here it is. Okay. So we don't want our staple to go through. Okay, probably only need one, I mean two. So let's do this. Let's move this out of the way so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm doing, because I don't want to, and it may go through, if it does, it'll be alright. I'm going to do it at the bottom since I know that that ribbon's going to cover that spot a little bit. I'm going to take our, but I didn't put the brads in here. I don't think I did. I think they still. Okay, so the 2 is perfect. We'll come up here. Alright, we're good. Let's put our egg in. Okay, so I'm placing my egg in here. Feed that through. I don't want it too tight, but I do want it where it won't move a lot. So, but I don't want it tight to smush the wreath, the mesh. And then I want this to come out a little. Alright, so we've got our egg in there. Now what we can do is decide how long we want our ribbon tails. So what I'm going to do is just kind of play with it. I'm going to come down to the bar and decide how far out I want this tail to go. I love ribbon, so I tend to want to cover everything up. Some people like the mesh. I mean, I like the mesh, but I like ribbon more. The mesh for me is just the base. It's the foundation, y'all. It's the foundation. Okay. So what I'll do, that's my middle. I'm going to fold this over. And let's see how, I bet this is probably about 14, 15 inches. Let's see. Yep, 14 inches. Okay, so. $14 is about a good size. It's usually what I go with. So that's 3. I don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to do 4 of these at 14 inches. I don't know if that's, I mean, we may have to cut more. And we're going to dovetail. Alright, so there's 4 of those. And let's get the others done. I'll do 4 of each of these too. So when you see me step off, I'm measuring. I have my mat that I'm measuring on. That is pretty. I love this one. Wire. Okay. Dovetail. Alright, there's 4 of those. We're probably going to use more than that, but we'll just start out with that and fill our way through. I don't know, that's probably... I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. Took it off the roll, so I throw it away. So this one I'm only going to get 3 off of. I think okay. No, I don't. That one, and I'm trying to figure out which ones. I think I'm just gonna roll with it here. We'll just roll with it. Okay, let's see. We'll save that for something. Alright, so what we're going to do is we'll just grab, I guess we can stick these 2 on top of each other. Let's do it this way because that's blue. Alright, so that's the Bow-Dabra. I only use it to hold my stuff. Sometimes I'll make a bow with it, but not usually. Okay, we're going to put that in here, and then we're going to grab the mesh tubing. I think I only want to use, maybe I just want to use the pink. I really don't think I want to use it though. You know, sometimes you can do too much, so we may not use it. I just opened that for nothing here. can do too much sometimes. Okay, so let's put this in here because I don't have these ready. We're going to cut these in half, the pipe cleaner. Just so nobody has a fit, let's use our wire cutters, because sure enough, if you use your scissors, somebody's gonna fuss at you. I won't fuss at you, but somebody will. Okay. I'm gonna just take this, just hold it down, give it a twist, and then we're just gonna find where we want to put it. Probably on the 3rd row, and I'm just gonna go with it. So I'm using that 3rd bar here. Actually, I'm going to go where this crossbar is. I'm going to start there on the 3rd row. We're just going to add our little tail, tie it in there. Oh my goodness. Okay. That did not do right, so I'm going to pull it. Hope I can get some of that. Let's do this. That is aggravating me. It did not. All right then. Playing with it. Here we go. Just fold it and grab it in the center. Pinch. Grab your half pipe cleaner, give it a twist. And kind of go in the center of that 3rd bar before you get to the next cross. It's a good spot for it. Put that in there. This may be enough. I don't know. And don't worry about patterns. I have found that the more patterns, I like busy. Some people don't like busy, but most of the people that buy my stuff like the busy. So I like all the different patterns. Alright, so we're going to take this and we're going to put this one on a cross bar, 3rd row. That'll just kind of keep it spaced out, maybe. There it is. Keep it spaced out evenly. But don't overthink it, y'all. See, that is not in there tight enough, so I'm going to have to tighten this down right here. It's not going to stay in. And you can use a zip tie as well. I don't like where that's placed. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, hey y'all. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished up the wreath, but I'm going to show you kind of what the method was when I put the ribbons on. So the tails are at 14 inches and they were dovetailed, okay guys? Now what I did is on the third row, so you've got so many rows here, 1, 2, I don't know, 5 rows. So on the third row, on each crossbar, let's see, I don't have another wreath frame. Yes, I do. Let me show you. Okay, it's easier to show you probably on a plain one. I hope y'all can see that. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So right here on this third row, or if you want to go second row, on the crossbar, I would put a 14-inch tail. I would just tie it in here using half of a pipe cleaner. So I would just kind of tie it in right here, and then I would come kind of in the center and then come on each cross tie. Now I did that all the way around until we got to about where the ribbons were, and then I just kind of come in between, because the goal is to keep this price friendly, or to keep it budget friendly, so I can get it sold and it's not stuck in my cracker. Okay, then I come in here on the center because there was all this mesh. It needed something, and I put a ribbon here and a ribbon here, and that's it. So everything else I did with y'all, but I just wanted to kind of go over again how I put the ribbon tails in here. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of flip this over, see where the front is. It's probably about right here. I like everything going at an angle, but so maybe about right here. I'm going to kind of keep my hand back here where I want it. If you wanted, you can get a tablecloth and cover this up if it bothers you. Not a table, yeah, those round tablecloths from Dollar Tree. Or you can take a piece of cardboard, cut it, and just tie it on the back. Alright. We're going to add our little loop in here. Alright, it's done. Let me find my... Oh, they're outside. Okay, so I'm going to clip that off. They're outside. And I'll fluff everything and get pictures and get it sold. But there it is, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that y'all like it. Everything came from Dollar Tree. And we will see y'all soon. Bye, guys.